All right, so the LeBron 23s are here. I got the second colorway that released. This one is over on Nike.com. If you guys want to buy a pair, I'll link them in the description. But first of all, we gotta take a minute to recognize the size of this box. I think the LeBron 23 is forever going to change the game with the shipping process because this box weighs, I want to say 7 pounds or so. Like, this is an insane package, and it's free shipping on Nike.com if you're interested when you buy them. But the box that it came in was absolutely massive. It's not form fitted to this, so the top was like busted in and it was like pretty much open. You could push down and just open the package. And just so you know, this is the regular box. This isn't like a seated package or anything like that. This is just a regular box, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. The unboxing process was insane. It was super fun. I did an unboxing with my daughter. I'll show you guys the experience right here. Ooh, what is this?
It's a box.
In a box?
In a box.
What in the heck? There it goes. Holy, this is insane. Forever King. Whoa, look at that. What is that? What's in there? It's a little jewel. These are 2 gloves. This is represent his 2 championships that he got, I believe, in South Beach.
This is a book.
This is awesome.
It's like a paper.
Whoa.
Oh my god,
What
it's heavy.
in the world? This packaging is the most amazing packaging I've ever seen. This makes you feel like you're getting a seated package, but this is just a release one.
Heavy.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Check it out.
Whoa.
Whoa. This is called the Miami Twice color. Whoa. That is crazy. You see the bottom? It actually says 2-3 on the bottom for 23.
Where does it say 3?
Right here.
Oh.
What do you think? Like them? Yeah, these are fire. Like, this is an insane package for the LeBrons. So I think that this is a very interesting starting point to the LeBron 23s. Sounds like they're going to have a lot of colorways of this model. 23 of them to be exact, maybe. But all in all, there are some things to really like about this model for sure. But there are some big drawbacks, in my opinion, that is going to really put the question mark on whether or not you should actually want to buy a pair of them or not. So hopefully this video will be somewhat informative and honest for you guys. This is an honest review, and let's go ahead and get into it. So the packaging of this box is just so incredible, but it is really difficult to get all of the things out. I did want to get the little booklet that it came with, though, because I wanted to see more about this. So it says year 23, LeBron 23 moments. Oh yeah, on the back it actually gives a breakdown of the model. Oh, this is crazy. There's like little tear out pages in here and everything. Wait, does this pop out? Oh yeah, it like pops out. There's a bunch of logos and stuff on here, which is interesting. So the breakdown of the materials, it says engineered upper, so a reductive minimal build using engineered wovens and performance textiles. Materials that deliver structure and support for dynamic on-court performance. I cannot read this small print with my old eyes. I need like little readers nowadays. Drop-in midsole with Zoom X, very responsive stuff as we already know. And maximum energy return for explosive speed and smooth transitions. Also features a carbon fiber plate underneath that. I'll show you guys both of those things in a second because it is a drop-in midsole. Very interesting choice this time around. It has a LeBron 360 frame, a 360 fit system that locks you in everywhere for a secure fit, built for quickness and total control in every direction. Sort of like a Foamposity sort of vibe, kind of like the LeBron 11s as well. I'll show you those side by side in a second. Lightweight rubber, responsive herringbone pattern designed for quick and rapid changes as well. So this colorway is crazy though. The Miami Twice with the nod to 2 rings in Miami. And first of all, you have like a woven upper, as I mentioned, palm tree print on this one, kind of cool in the blue. Kind of a weird choice in my opinion for, when I think of Miami, I don't think of this blue color, but, and it's a primary feature of this colorway, it's like all over. I think of more of the South Beach blue from the previous retros. Anyway, it's interesting, but I do like the knit pattern. And then also you have a very thick embroidery around the crown-like midsoles. So that LeBron 360 wrap is a very interesting choice of materials. It's not foam, it feels more like a patent leather, but the way they integrate it to this upper, it's supposed to resemble like the King's crown, which is like the LeBron James logo that you can see on the side as well. I like the gold foil on the logo, the textured foil there, and then you also have the textured swoosh back here with the reverse swoosh, and that's done in like that rose gold. And then you have that pinkish midsole on here as well. And for the bottom, I like that the outsole shows that 23 off on the bottom. So kind of smart branding there. I really like that. You have some thicker laces on here as well. Interesting choice of orange lace tips. And then you have a different color orange, very, very bright, like hunter orange for the liner of the tongue. And then on the outside, it is like a yellow leather with a LeBron James tag that has like two little round metal tabs like that kind of hold it into place. On the back side of the tongue, it does say lot 013. LBJ 23, and it does say that on both of the tongues. The tongue is very well padded on the inside, so I do like that at least. And I do like that you have like a standard style tongue. The fact that you have just like a regular looking shoe with the upper part of it, I think is great. So the big question that I have, as well as you guys, I'm sure, is this a shoe that you're going to be able to casual or not? Is it a pair that I can wear just, you know, in the summertime or just out and about? Walking around, I would say, yeah, it's comfortable. There are some interesting choices on this model though that like I like, but I'm also questioning, just devil's advocate sort of thing of like, you know, why did they choose those type of things? So the first one is the material around the outside of the shoe. I like the look of it, but the material is like a patent leather and it's gonna crease. Like, unfortunately, I see some warping right here already on the side. I don't necessarily love that. There is a little bit of crease in the front right here, and I've only worn them for like, you know, 20 minutes or something like that. Just inside my house. I didn't wear them outside yet. So very interesting choice of materials with all of the warping and just the overall nature of the shoe. Now, for comparison, I did bring out my LeBron 11. It does have a more casual vibe than the LeBron 11s. The LeBron 11 was such an insane shoe. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that this might be my favorite LeBron that we've like had, and that's crazy to say. But I really, really love this model. And I'm, you know, just somebody that likes something that's a little bit out there. And just so you guys know, this is a Nike by You or a Nike ID colorway that I made back in the day with the glow soles and Oregon State Beaver theme on here. So yeah, they didn't do the same sort of materials on the new one, but they might have wanted to because the rubberized material is not going to crease as much as this one. And I feel like that's going to deter a lot of people. But I do feel like this is a model that I definitely would want to pull off if they change this material a little bit and make it so it's not so creasable. I did also want to show you guys, this is another Nike by You pair that I have. This is always sitting on my back wall, but this is a LeBron 10, as you can see, and this is like the South Beach colorway that we had in the past. So a Miami Twice, I like that it's not like a direct rip of this, you know, like which one would you guys have rather preferred? Like a theming base with these two colors, the pink and the blue, or like this one where it's like toned down a little bit. It's almost like an acid wash denim for the blue and then a really like pearlescent pink. Personally, you know, I kind of like this one, but I do like that they mix it up so it's not like so predictable for a Miami colorway. So it's good to think outside the box. I mean, this one was, you know, 13 years ago. Like, I still like this colorway, and this one was a great color blocking that they had available when the Nike by You thing was around. Anyway, the colorway itself is probably not going to be for everybody, but they have a ton of other colorways planned, and so I'm definitely going to be paying attention to every single release. I'll be posting them over on Twitter and stuff. For those people that don't follow me on Twitter or Instagram and stuff like that, feel free to do that. And I still call it Twitter. I'm never changing it to X. X is such a weird name to me. The liner kind of feels similar to like the ones where it has like that circular feel like of the foam underneath. I'll have to look up some details on that. But anyways, the other thing that's really weird about this choice is this drop-in insole. So the drop-in insole is crazy, and it's going to be controversial for sure because this is definitely something that people are going to love or they're going to hate, or maybe like myself, I'm kind of like stuck in the middle where I like the idea of it. I don't love the execution of it, only for the fact that it's going to cause a couple of problems. Number one is the squeaking inside of the shoe. You have carbon fiber on the outside, which I think is great. It's great for stability there, especially when you have a little bit of a softer foam. And the Zoom X is very bouncy. Love that. It isn't a carrier foam outside of the Zoom X though, and that is a lot firmer. And anytime you can have like two different densities of foam sitting next to each other, and then you're stepping and, you know, moving a lot, I feel like there's definitely going to be a lot of squeaking going on in the midsole. Maybe over time, maybe right out of the box, it's going to probably cause some problems to some people. It might be a little bit of annoying. But you know, we've seen drop-in insoles from the past, and some people have never had any problems with them. Kobe's have had that as well, which is the silver lining to this, is you can actually probably swap this out in a pair of Kobe's and have Zoom X with the carbon fiber of the Kobe's. I mean, if you get past the squeaky feel, like, can you imagine the performance on that would be incredible. So I feel like this is a positive as well, where you can actually swap this out and put it in other models. And just so you guys know, the LeBron 11s had this as well. You actually had a couple clear windows through the bottom that you can see through. So it's basically just a strobel underneath. And then you're on a full length Air Zoom insole. And then it features Lunar Lawn as the carrier. So the 23s are going to be softer on feet because you do have the Zoom X foam in here, which is very, very responsive. This is the stuff they put on the marathon runners and the Vomero premiums and pluses and stuff like that. So this stuff is excellent. So I do like the idea of this. I just question whether or not it's going to be problematic after wearing them a lot for people that are just wearing these for performance, or whether or not you have the squeakiness walking around. I do like on the outside and the blue of the drop-in, you do have a ton of different LeBron logos, 40K and the crowns, and just a whole bunch of stuff out here. The Chosen One, Equality, lots and lots of stuff in here, just like Easter eggs and stuff from LeBron's career. Pretty cool to see that. If you take out this drop-in, though, it's pretty much like a LeBron 11 on the inside. It's super flimsy, and it's definitely an interesting choice that they decided to do the drop-in route again. I mean, I like the idea of it, and it feels good on feet, and that's, I think, the important thing. I mean, the comfort's definitely there when you're walking around casually, and speaking of that, how is it fit? I would say they are true to size. They actually have a pretty wide toe box in this pair. Like, I was actually really impressed by that. So I got a 9.5 true to size and put them on, and I was like, oh, this is nice. There's actually a little bit of space up here. I don't feel like super crammed. Like the 11s, I had to go up a half size in. Usually, if you go true to size, they're pretty snug. In fact, sometimes I would take out my insoles because these are so thick, and I would put in the Kobe's because they were smaller. So I'd have more room top to bottom in the shoe because it was just so crammed. But this one feels fine with the insoles that they have in them. And yeah, so true to size is what I would recommend, at least for myself. If you guys have a difference in opinion, of course, leave a comment for other people. Now, the only other complaint that I have about the shoe is the tongue placement of where you have this piping. So you have a little piping that goes around the top of the tongue, and then it kind of ends abruptly on the shoe right down here. And unfortunately, if you're wearing ankle socks, and this is like I mean, some people are gonna be like, bruh, don't wear ankle socks. If you do wear ankle socks, it might be too low, and you'll feel the little notch here on the top of your foot as you're walking around. I did notice it when I had ankle socks on. When I didn't have ankle socks on, it felt pretty much fine. So just throwing that out there, like, it's probably not something you're gonna notice, but in case you're like an older head or somebody that likes ankle socks, you might notice it if your socks are too low. So other than that, though, I mean, I love the concept of it. I think that the idea that they're releasing so many colorways is great. I love the theming and the thoughtfulness behind all of the colorways as well that we've seen so far. And just the overall looks of the shoe, I actually really like it. Like, I really wanted the first one that dropped, and I missed it in that goldish sort of color because I have the 11s, you know, the EXTs or whatever from back in the day still, the King's Crown ones. So I really wanted that one. But ultimately, like, this is not the colorway I want, but it's the one that was available. So hopefully I will be able to get other colorways that are available. So it sounds like all of the pairs are going to have like this type of packaging, which is going to be crazy to see. And then they're all going to have different little trinkets or whatever inside for all of them. So it'll be fun to be able to see how that plays out. Anyways, what do you guys think about the LeBron 23s as a pair you're planning on picking up eventually if the right colorway comes out? Are you waiting for them to go on sale or not? I think it's a nice looking model with a couple of little caveats here and there, like the creasing. But I will say that this colorway wasn't really the one I liked, but when I put it on feet, I was like, all right, it actually works. I like the look of it. The yellow with the blue and the pink, I would have never thought would have worked, but surprisingly, I like the way they look on feet. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. If you guys want to buy a pair, link in the description. Again, it takes you over to Nike. If you guys use my links ever, it supports the family when you guys do that. It helps me be able to create content for you guys as my day job still, so I appreciate y'all. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. There's a lot of people that just watch and don't subscribe. Nobody's gonna know, just subscribe. But again, thank you all for stopping in and watching. Have a good one, and hopefully see you back for some more content. All right, peace, guys.